We wish we were as talented as these young stars. Hey, I'm Emily from MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest roles for child actors in musicals.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at the most challenging roles, whether it's singing, dancing, stage time, or how much emotion they need to bring to the character.
Number 10. Hava, Fiddler on the Roof. She might be the oldest entry on our list, but she's the middle of Tevye's 5 children. When Hava hasn't got her head in a book, she's dreaming of the man Yenta might bring her.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale.
When we first meet her, she's shy and bookish, but as she establishes her place in the world, she grows into a defiant young woman who turns her back on tradition for love.
The world is changing, Papa.
No, Emily. No. Some things do not change for us.
It's an emotionally challenging role for any young actress, especially when she has to make a difficult choice between her past and her future. Number 9. Young Simba and Nala, The Lion King. Simba and Nala are certainly lively cubs, and the actors who fill their paws need to have boundless energy to keep up. A particularly memorable moment, and a fan favorite, is the spectacular staging of I Just Can't Wait to Be King. Not only do the young stars take lead vocals, but they also have to climb on and off of props, as well as keep up with the choreography.
Oh, I just can't wait, to be king.
Young Simba is exceptionally energetic and may even throw a few tricks and flips into the mix, and we're breathless just watching him. Number 8. Small Alison, Fun Home.
You got no reason to roll. You suspect what it is.
This show is based on the graphic novel by Alison Bechdel and serves as her memoirs, focusing on her journey of discovering her sexuality. 10-year-old Alison is constantly trying to defy expectations inflicted upon her by her closeted father, with whom she has a turbulent relationship. Small Alison has a lot of serious issues to deal with throughout the show, and needs a strong voice to express them. This musical was called daring for the way it tackles homosexuality, but Small Alison joins her older counterparts in paving the way for lesbian protagonists on stage.
Your swagger and your bearing and just right clothes you're wearing, your short hair and your dungarees and your lace-up boots.
Number 7. The Kids from School of Rock, School of Rock. If you haven't seen the film starring Jack Black and a host of incredibly talented kids, where have you been?
Do you remember this thing I taught you a minute ago? It goes like... Yes! Yes! Oh! All right, let's go!
A fake teacher commandeers a class of high achievers to create a band to get back at the group that kicked him out. This show has some pretty big belters, such as If Only You Would Listen,
Joy and anger and pride, if only you would listen.
and incredibly energetic choreography like in Stick It to the Man.
Live your life to someone else's plan!
Stick it to the man.
If you're feeling angry, then put some of that into your music, Zach!
These kids are a quadruple threat, as well as the usual musical theater hat trick. They also play their own instruments live every single night. Number 6. Artful Dodger, Oliver. A Cockney accent isn't always easy to pull off. Just ask Dick Van Dyke.
In the flesh and at your service.
So if you're planning on filling Dodger's shoes, maybe look elsewhere for that authentic East London inspiration.
I'd do anything for you, dear. Anything for you. Mean everything to me.
As the ringleader of Fagin's band of orphans, he has the task of keeping an eye on everyone and is often the middleman between the adults and kids. Also, who doesn't love a bit of Consider Yourself?
Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We've taken to you so strong.
It's a hugely iconic song in the musical theater world led by Dodger. And if that's not enough, it comes with a high-energy chunk of choreography too. Number 5. Matilda Wormwood, Matilda the Musical.
Even
if you're little, you can do a lot, Matilda sings. And she would know. It's a huge role both literally and also in the responsibility of bringing such a loved character to life.
Just because I find myself in this story, it doesn't mean that everything is written for me.
Not only does Matilda have some pretty big tunes to belt out, but the show's choreography is so precise and unique that it's become iconic over the years. It comes as no surprise that there are usually 4 Matildas in rotation, as it's a very demanding role. But each Matilda always adds her own special charm to the character.
And it is quiet, and I am warm.
Number 4, Baby June, Gypsy.
Hello, everybody. My name is June. What's yours? Let me entertain you.
She might not get much stage time, but she certainly leaves a huge impact. We see June during a time where she enjoyed performing, with her chorus of newspaper boys in tow. She's a Shirley Temple-style character and looks and acts like a pageant kid with more energy than you can possibly imagine. She shows off her performance abilities and changes up her dance style, all while keeping a huge smile on her face. She's so over the top in her performance that it would be impossible to not spot her from miles away.
So let me entertain you, and we'll have a real good time, yes sir!
Number 3, Gavroche, Les Miserables. No one seems to believe more in the revolution than Gavroche, and despite being a kid, he's there on the front lines throughout the show. He's tasked with the responsibility of giving the audience the lowdown on the key characters in the show when we first meet him during Look Down.
How do you do? My name's Gavroche. These are my people. Here's my patch. Not much to look at. Nothing posh. Nothing that you call up to scratch.
That's not forgetting his highly underrated solo Little People, which gets a reprise twice throughout his performance.
And little people know when little people fight. We may look easy pickings, but we've got some fight.
And we defy anyone to watch his final scene without shedding a tear, as Gavroche becomes one of the first casualties of the revolution.
When the pop goes.
Number 2, Annie.
The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow.
This is maybe the most iconic role for a theater kid, but considering the show revolves around her, it's one of the most demanding too. Annie is a red-headed orphan whose life turns around when she's chosen to stay with billionaire Daddy Warbucks as part of a PR stunt. Annie is a scene stealer, whether she's belting out Tomorrow or dancing her socks off to It's the Hard Knock Life.
Full of sorrow life, no tomorrow life. Santa Claus we never see.
She's cheeky, lively, tough, and usually teaches the adults a thing or two from her optimistic, innocent view of the world.
So maybe now this prayer's the last one of its kind.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Those pretty faces always make you stand out in crowds. But someone picked you from the bunch, wondering was all it took. Now it's much too late for me to take a second look. The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear, nor no one should.
Toast with a new vintage. Open a new window every day.
Number 1, Billy Elliot the Musical. If you've seen this show, then it will come as no surprise that Billy Elliot takes our top spot. Billy realizes he loves ballet, but that comes with its own trouble as it's not something a northern lad is expected to do. He's an incredible dancer, super flexible and athletic, which is best exemplified through the stunningly choreographed number Electricity. Billy's best friend Michael is also keeping a secret, but together they learn about the value of being able to express yourself through a rather demanding routine. That's an absolute joy to watch.
If you wanna be a dance, dance. If you wanna somebody else. Fine, fine, let's get these sissies dancing.
Matilda saying even if you're little you can do a lot really speaks to me. And that's not just because I got her hair cut and tried to dress like her when I was little. Now, I'm off to get Tomorrow from Annie out of my head, so check out our other great musical theater content and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to MsMojo.